It's a leg day, but first I want to talk to you about the importance of stretching. I like to stretch in between my sets to try and stretch the fascia of the muscle to give it more room to grow and give it a fuller look. So I recommend that you stretch in between every set. You don't have to do it every day, but I like to stretch my hamstrings every day, especially when you're doing this amount of cardio, twice a day. So this is obviously something that you don't want to pull or tear or anything like that when you're training legs. So this is why I always try to stretch my muscle groups in between my sets, and you should as well. So anyway, let's head to the gym and hit legs now. Today's going to be a brutal leg workout. We'll be doing some of the standard exercises, but we'll be adding a lot of variations to the mix. Our first exercise is leg extensions, 3 sets of 20 reps. We'll be doing 1.5 reps for each rep. You'll stop halfway down and raise it back up for the half rep. I find this brings in great separation to my thighs and give it that feathered look to the quads. So we've worked the top portion, so now what we do is just a little bit at the bottom, like 2 inch. 2 inches. And we drop 5 times. So I'll show you now, I'll do 10 like that, drop. And then I'll drop, I'll drop. Next up is a leg press, where we'll be doing 2 sets of 60 reps. And these aren't just straight reps either. We'll be adjusting our feet on the platform every 20 reps, 20 at the bottom, 20 at the middle, 20 at the top. I like to start at the bottom just to really hit the quads, then I'll move up a little bit more to really hit the hamstrings, and then a little bit further again to hit the glutes. But you'll find the pain will transfer from your quads to your hamstrings to your glutes, and then it gets so painful in the end that you feel it throughout the bottom of your feet even. On the first set I did a moderate weight and was able to finish up quite easily, so I was able to gauge that this was too light, so I'm going to go heavier to make sure that I do struggle to complete the next set. Our next lift is going to be walking lunges, 2 sets to failure. I'm starting with a warm-up set, just with body weight, just to make sure that I get into the rhythm and that I'm warming up the knee joints. Your legs should be definitely fatigued by now, so make sure you pick your weight accordingly and keep your form nice and tight to prevent injury. last lift of the day is stiff-legged deadlift, 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. You'll notice that I'm using a machine that it probably isn't intended for, but by doing on the machine, as you know, throughout this transformation, I like to swap up exercises every now and again. And on this, I feel that I get a lot of tension throughout the hamstrings, even at the top portion of the movement, whereas on deadlifts with a barbell or dumbbells, you'll generally feel a lot of the tension at the bottom of the movement. Stops things from getting boring as well. Went high reps on a lot of exercises today, or just again went for the real squeeze and contraction. You'll notice I had a training partner with me today, Josh, a different training partner. Sometimes it's really good to swap it up, but make sure if you're choosing a training partner, it's somebody that's really focused and intense and has somewhat along the same sort of goals as you, or at least someone that's going to push you and, you know, isn't talking and chatting about the day. It's just really focused. You can push each other and it helps you become accountable. And if you're training with a different partner, obviously you want to push more than they do as well. So there's a little bit of competition aspect there, which is really good. And, you know, luckily for me, Josh is a really strong guy as well. So it kind of pushes you up a notch. So that's it. Having my shake now. I'm going to do a little bit of cardio as usual. And then tomorrow is a non-training day. It's Friday tomorrow is a non-training day, and then we'll see you on Saturday. Tomorrow is an off day, but come back and find out some of the common mistakes I see in the gym.